Hello and welcome to week one of AC 1110. So now we are down here in week one. Last time we looked at the course overview up here, and if we open up week one, this is what we have to complete by Sunday, the end of week one. You have the objectives up here. I'll let you take a look at that, the topics, and then we have the lesson information. This will be your online textbook that we will be looking at in week one. We're going to cover chapters 1 and chapter 2. We have some links here. These will be resources you want to take a look at. So this is going to be going over how to utilize the ebook. Where's the ebook located? It's in McGraw-Hill. So remember, the first thing that you want to do is get McGraw-Hill Connect set up. How do you do that? You click on this icon here, and that will show you a video how to set it up. Then you're going to go into this icon here. This is McGraw-Hill, the publisher of Connect. That will open this page, and then you're going to select Connect. That will open this page, and your ebook will be here. So that video will go over how to utilize that ebook, and that will be very useful to you, so you can learn some tips and tricks on how to navigate through that. Then this goes over how to save some documents. So we will need to save documents, upload documents. You might want to go over that to read on how to do that as efficiently as possible and transfer data from one source to another. Accounting fundamentals, this will be a resource guide you can take a look at. Why learn accounting? This will be your introduction lecture. So that'll be the intro to accounting, why to use it. First question generally for any new topic is why are we going to take a look at that? And then you have your other instructional videos there, so you can take a look at those if you so choose to take a look at them. Then you have your discussion forum down here. This is worth 21% of the grade. So remember, we talked about that earlier, 21% of the grade, huge amount of the grade. How do you pick up full credit on that? Well, you have the rules up here. I'm basically going to break down the rules to this. You need 4 posts for a minimum. Most students are going to need more than 4 posts as of Sunday, the end of the week, in order to achieve full credit, because 4 posts is the minimum. So if the posts are less than great, then you'll need more of them in order to achieve full credit. So unlike other assignments where there's basically a right or wrong answer and you have completed or not completed the work, posts in the discussion forum posts accumulate upwards. There's no such thing as a bad post that's going to reduce your point total. Every post basically increases your point total. So what you want to do is make sure you have the minimum, have more than the minimum, in order to make sure to pick up those 21% of the points. Why? Because you have the most control over these items here, and therefore you want to pick all of these up to give you a cushion on the quizzes if you don't do quite as well on something like the quizzes. What counts for a good post? You're going to have to add new information to the discussion. It's got to be relevant to the discussion. I'm going to add a lot more questions as we go. You do not need to answer my questions even if I post them to your post. You can answer anybody's post that you want. My goal is to give more than enough information so that everybody in the class can achieve full credit on the discussion forum post by giving enough information to reply to. So that will be the discussion forums. If something says that it's in Connect, that means it's in Connect, Connect being the McGraw-Hill product up here. So the final grade will go into Moodle Rooms. Remember that Moodle Rooms is kind of like a syllabi where you want to look and see that you have completed everything under the discussion section, under the assignment section, and under the homework section, as well as the quiz section. That doesn't mean that they'll be done in Moodle Rooms. This is Moodle Rooms, this is Connect. That means that this is where the final grade will go, and this is kind of telling you what you need to do. This icon here will give you a video on how to go about these assignments and take a look at those. These assignments are usually longer in Connect. These are the longer problems. They can be very intimidating to look at within Connect, but there are a lot of resources available to you. And so even if you don't get, full credit on the first couple shots of these, we should be able to pick a lot of points up if you look at these resources and take advantage of them as you work through the problem. Then we have a Moodle Rooms problem. This is not in Connect, up here. This is in Moodle Rooms. You're going to download this worksheet. You're going to log into this icon and then upload it here. Got your homework, same type of structure. If it says it's in Connect, it will be in Connect. Now these are going to be your Learn Smarts. It says it's in Connect. We're not going to do them in here. We're going to do them in Connect. This is where the final grade will be. And what these look like then, the homeworks are actually these Learn Smarts. And the assignment is this icon. These paper clips are not something you have to turn in to Connect. These are things that are helpful to you. This one's helpful to you. This one needs to be turned in to Moodle Rooms. So I'm going to go back to the cookie trail up here, back to Moodle Rooms. So these two items you want to complete in Connect. This will go over how to go about those LearnSmart type of homework assignments, which are in Connect. You want to take a look at that once again to get as familiar as possible with all the features that are available to you and how those work. That will make things go much faster once you learn that. Then we got the quizzes, and so take a look at the quizzes. That will be in Connect as well. And when you do the quizzes, you can have the book open. You can print certain pages of the book. You want to have as much things open during the quiz as possible because this is basically an open book quiz. It's an online class. Therefore, make sure you have everything available to you. Also, make sure to take the quiz by Sunday, even if you're not totally prepared for it, because the quizzes generally cannot be turned in late. So if you have a problem, then email me on it, and I might be able to extend it for some types of circumstances. But for the most part, quizzes will not be generally turned in late. The assignments can be turned in late for partial credit. Therefore, even if you get a very low score on the quiz because you don't feel prepared, it's very much beneficial to have a low score rather than a 0 on the quiz. So since you cannot generally pick those up late, do those. And if you run into a time constraint, then you can try to pick these up late. But of course, in the next week, you will then be doubled up on work. So you don't want to do that if you can avoid it. But if you run into a time constraint, that's how you'd want to approach that. So that's it for week one. Have a great